and Christopher were an unseen part of what we do here every day. 365 days a year, as long as the weather allowed. The crew manning Chopper 6 would log hundreds of miles, if not many more than that. When urgency mattered, they got to the story to send it home to all of us. And they did it with professionalism, devotion, and pride. Action News' Maggie Kent live outside the hangar that was home to that crew. Maggie, these guys loved their jobs and were loved by so many in the process.
So many people reaching out to me today, Brian, to share their condolences, but also to share the beautiful stories that Chris and Monroe carried with them and shared the brightness of their lives with so many people here. Even the woman working the front desk says she couldn't stop but to notice Monroe was the coolest guy in the room, no matter who was in the room. This is a new picture that we just got in of Chris. He was our photographer that was on board last night as the helicopter went down. Christopher Doherty of Orland was 45 years old. As I mentioned, he's our photographer. He was survived by 2 daughters and a wife and was said to play guitar at times in the office from time to time, waiting on his next assignment, a lover of music, and he shared that love with so many who knew him. Last night, we also lost our pilot, Monroe Smith of Glenside. He was 67 years old, a military veteran who I'm told was so proud of one of his sons, also a military pilot, and he could not stop bragging about his new grandbaby to anyone who would stop and listen. As I mentioned, people here say he was the coolest guy in the room. Our photographer and pilot on board were highly experienced and well known in their community, and they are described as the best guys you would want to know. Family men who would do anything for the ones that they loved, with years of experience on board this aircraft. Chopper 6 and those who fly in it are an essential role of our news gathering process, and they take viewers to where we otherwise could never get to. Condolences are pouring in, some of them coming from Lieutenant Scott Passman, who flies for the Philadelphia Police Department and would often run into our crew members here at Northeast Airport.
It hits home because every night we're up, doing the same thing. Over my career, myself as well as my colleagues, we've lost several people that we were close to that were just some phenomenal pilots. So it definitely takes its toll. It was shocking to hear and very sad to hear. And we really feel for their families, especially this time of year. It was just horrible news that we got.
I want to also start by acknowledging that one of our media colleagues from 6ABC is here, and I wanted to acknowledge their loss, a loss that we are all too familiar with after losing a helicopter and their colleagues. So our hearts are with you, and we've reached out to 6ABC to make sure that they know we're there to help them through this tragic event.
And U.S. Helicopters Incorporated actually employed Monroe and Chris. Their team sent out a statement saying, in part, we deeply sympathize with their families. We share in their grief as a result of this tragic event, and we will share arrangements in accordance with the family's wishes. Again, Brian, I just can't say enough about the impact that these 2 gentlemen had on all of the people that they met. One of the other pilots telling me sometimes they would land Chopper 6, and it's such a landmark, it's such an icon for people that people would come, and Monroe and Chris would always take the time to talk with people and show them the chopper if they had the opportunity to. They were proud men, proud of their jobs, but no more proud of anything in their lives other than their family. Everyone who we spoke to talk about how important they were to the ones that they loved and how they would do anything for their families. Those are who we are thinking of tonight. We're live at Northeast Airport. Maggie Kent, Channel 6, Action News. Brian.
Yeah, so well said, Maggie. You talked about how cool Monroe was. It was obvious you have to be cool and calm under the pressure under which they thrived every day, and they were just so good at what they did. Maggie, thank you.